on the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Orlando Magic are trying to get ready for this one. The fans are making noise here at Phillips Arena. The Atlanta Hawks getting settled in. Here with Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan for 2K Sports and our presentation of the NBA. A look at the Magic starting group. They've got Grant and Scott. And for the Hawks, and Smith. When you look at accomplishments, you can't ignore 32 wins in the East for this Hawks team last season. Not a bad mark at all.
Yeah, you're right, and they needed all of those, Kevin, because they didn't win their division, but still grabbed the 3 seed because of their total win.
And so here's Atlanta. Number 10. It's blocked. Here's Anderson, and he lays that one up and in.
Boy, I tell you what, it's always a good feeling to get the first points of the game. I don't care who you are.
And the Hawks with possession. Pass to Smith. 13 feet out. Cannot hit. The Magic the other way. You brought up the new playoff format earlier. I like the change now, with the top 3 seeds not being locked in to Division 1.
Yeah, that makes sense, Kevin. I mean, it was a no-brainer to move it in that direction. That's a fair way to look at it. It gives more of a reward to teams that were good throughout the regular season and takes away from teams that might just scrape by winning their division.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. He thinks the biggest battle for them is simply finding the space to operate effectively on offense. He said this is a team that plays so tight defensively that you can feel like you don't have room to breathe. The only way to exploit that is with motion off the ball and efficient passing. Gentlemen?
Thanks, Doris. Thanks so much for advanced scouting.
Sometimes that's a false prophecy, though, and you have to adjust to what the other team is coming out and running.
Here's Scott. On the clock. A second left. Kept alive. Here's Grant. Nails it from close range.
Snares the offensive rebound and sends it home.
And it's the Hawks' ball. 4-point game. Pass to Smith. Over Anderson. The Hawks again can't hit. He gets it up. No good. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Magic lead by 4.
They're playing lockdown D, Kevin. As a coach, you can't ask for anything more.
And we'll both teams neck and neck as we begin the second quarter. And it's the Magic with the ball. They lead by 4. And so in the game for the Magic, and Scott. Number 4. The shot no good, so the Hawks will take it the other way.
One thing about Orlando, Kevin, the Magic...
And he sends it home. Here's the replay on this Sprite Slam cam.
Boy, he can produce some rim rattlers, Kevin. This guy can fly.
Well, the whole building, Clark, knows what's going to happen when he goes up. And here now the Magic. Some interesting stats start to pop up when you look at the Hawks. They played the 4th slowest pace in the league last year. That kind of surprises me with all their athleticism.
Me too, Kevin. I mean, you would think they would be much more committed to playing at a faster pace, especially since they've got so many guys that would seem to thrive in that kind of offense.
Back to the Hawks pace that we saw last year. Why switch to a slower offense then?
Well, I think part of it was it helped them maybe limit turnovers. Sometimes teams aren't capable of playing efficiently and fast. And overall, because they are a young team, maybe a slower pace kept the turnovers down.
But you'll take energy anytime you can get, won't you?
Yeah, I think I would. Yes, sir.
Henderson, no good. Orlando leading. Here's Hardaway. Another miss by Orlando.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
The 3 from LeBron. Smith is tagged with the loose ball foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Hawks are making a switch on the floor. That's Orlando's ball. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Scott with the ball. It's tipped.
Your team doesn't need that mistake. You got to be efficient.
Whoa! And we're all tied up at 4.
Great D leads to easy offense.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Here's Hardaway. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, Kevin, they've been fighting it out for the rebounds here, so far it's an even match in that area.
Tie game in Atlanta. We'll be right back here from Atlanta.
It's HP at the half. Welcome, everybody. The Hawks have been battling. High speed, high energy. Every time they get the ball, they're up and running. The first half, a productive one for LeBron. Lighten up that scoreboard. He's making it ring like a pinball machine. And the Magic have been plugging away. They've played gritty D and have been hauling in the defensive rebounds. The first half, a productive one for Horace Grant. Lighten up that scoreboard. He's making it ring like a pinball machine. Thanks so much for tuning in. Now let's get you back to the start of your third quarter. So long.
Well, it's a tight game as we enter the second half. Both teams going at it. And it's the Magic with the ball. One thing most people would probably admit when looking at Orlando come last April, May, and in the spring, they seem underrated going into last season's playoff run.
Yeah, I think they were a bit under the radar, Kevin. I mean, people just didn't realize how good that team was defensively. They were a very solid defensive team. I mean, they would always kind of blind you with the three-point shooting and the ability of Howard to finish around the rim and block shots. But that team was a very good defensive team.
And Smith. So that's the Hawks 5. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Hardaway. It's good. It took 3 tries, but they finally got it to fall.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Shoots from 12. Kept alive.
Excellent work on the glass. There's a lot of banging down there, and he fought through all of it.
Now Smith defending. Scott with the ball. Not on the scoreboard yet. And both of those teams, Clark, you mentioned the Magic and the Cavaliers, both teams falling to the hands of the Celtics, the older of the group.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that was a key, Kevin. The fact that the Celtics were a more seasoned team. And you can never underestimate the value of that experience, that seasoning. So you can handle adversity, you can stay together, and you're attentive to the small details that differentiate between winning and losing.
And making a change here, the Hawks. Smith inside. Number 4 corrals the miss inside.
You got to expect more out of him here. He's had a lot of difficulty this quarter, which in turn is making it difficult for them to cut into this deficit at all.
The Hawks trailing.
They'd be smart to hold it now for the last shot.
Hardaway gets the reach and call. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Smith. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And the first one drops. Both shots good from the stripe.
He's just so clutch. Here's a guy you want on your side with the game on the line, Kevin.
From the strike. No good on the buzzer beater. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Now, while we're going to visit over to our Spark game, presented by Sprite. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, it's the Hawks with the Sprite Spark. They've made the most of their chances and are making their own luck, gentlemen.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And so here is Atlanta. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. And Scott. Here's Barry. Chance there to take the lead. Missing.
Well, it's clear they got the advantage on the board in this one, Kevin.
Scott can't get to go. They trailed the entire game. Now a chance to jump on ahead. Number 5. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. sinks the first one, and that gives them the lead. Perfect from the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Well, the pressure doesn't faze him, but you can feel the intensity in the air. This game is tight and tense.
Hardaway drains the easy jumper.
As if there was any question, Kev. He's just not fazed by the pressure. He stays focused and always makes big plays.
Here's Barry. Good as the jump shot falls.
That's exactly where the coach wants him to get his shot, Kevin, right there from mid-range.
Here's Hardaway. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2.
That's a no-brainer. You got to stop the layup there. Make him earn this point from the line.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. That one falls, so it's both of them. And so here is Atlanta. 1:05 left to the fourth. LeBron outside. Bricks it off the back iron.
The defense read the scouting report, and they're going to sag off of him. He's just not a threat from out there.
Less than 1 minute left. Here's Anderson. Sweet move. This is a crucial possession for him. A lot at stake here. Arcs it high. Number 5. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Good defensive footwork shut down this path to the basket.
The Hawks are making a switch on the floor. And it'll go the other way. The Hawks turn it over.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
And here now the Magic. 30 seconds left in the game. Now Scott. Drops in the runner.
Oh, that's much in the clutch. They needed that one, Kev.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Clark, what are your thoughts?
Talk about a really big possession. This is it. They've got a score here. They need a basket. Don't worry about the clock at this point. Make sure you get a high-quality shot and knock it down.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, well, the Hawks coach had some advice for his team over that last break. He told them, keep pushing hard to the end. Just finish out these last few minutes, and we'll be able to come away with the W. Kevin?
Here's Smith. The Hawks again can't hit.
He really needs to hit that consistently, or they'll just keep letting him shoot it.
Gets the first. That makes it a 3-point lead. Can't connect on number 2. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
Well, that'll do it for us. For Clark Kellogg and Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying so long. And as we end the game, we bring you our Jordan Brand Player of the Game.